on, children. Yes, we were seeing in the last class, it couldn't be done, isn't it? This is the class continuation of the last class. That is, it was the part 1. Now we are going to see the part 2. So, it couldn't be done. The name of the poem is It Couldn't Be Done and written by Edgar Albert Guest. Written by Edgar Albert Guest. Yes, he is actually a British-born American poet and has written many inspirational motivational poems and poems based on optimistic view. Yes, in day-to-day life. So, same wise as all his poems regards, he has written this poem, It Couldn't Be Done, is the just like his usual work, yes, of motivation. That is how to overcome all the barriers in life. So, let's start with it. It Couldn't Be Done, written by Edgar Albert Guest. So I am going to read on. It is in page number 24. I completed the first para last class. So I am going to just read the poem once and then go to the poem. Somebody said that it couldn't be done. But he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but you would be one who wouldn't say so till he had tried. So he buckled right in with the trace of his grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. So that was the first para that we discussed in the last class. Somebody scoffed. Oh, you will never do that. At least no one ever has done it. But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew he had begun it. So till this we have completed in the last class. So what is it? That somebody from the group, they said that it is not possible for you to complete this task, isn't it? It's not possible for you to do this. Why? The reason they gave is because no one before him has not done it, has not completed it. So how come you alone can do it? So of course it is not possible for the author to complete it. So what did the author do? So at once he removed his coat, he took off his hat, and what did he do? He started to, the first thing was that he began to do what they said cannot be done. So let's continue. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, that is, he's with a small smile in his face. Yeah, so that's what you say there, the lift of a chin. So when our chin gets raised up when we smile, isn't it? So the symbol of smiling itself what? Like this, isn't it? So in the topmost, raising up. So that's what he says as with the lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quidit. Quidit means use of confusing language to hide the truth or to avoid promising to do something. That is, quidit means that is, you are not going to say that certain things will happen or will not happen. Both the ways you are not saying. Understood? You make others confused because you are not sure about the thing that you are going to do. So on that stage, what you do? You don't give a proper answer to the questioner. So that's what you said. Without any doubt, but the poet over here, no doubt. He has no doubt or quitted. Yes, he is not confusing anyone. And what he did? Let's see. He started to sing as he tackled the thing. So he started to sing. What did he start us to sing? That couldn't be done, and he did it. So the same thing he said that no one can done has been done it. So that's the greatness. So that's what the poet says. What it is? With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or credit, he started to sing as he tackled the thing. That couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. So the poet again says that there can be thousands and thousands and thousands people would be there to say the work, the task that we have taken that couldn't be done, that couldn't be completed. There will be many people to say like that. There are thousands to prophecy failure. Prophecy means say what will happen in the future. That is to predict in the future. Yes, there will be some thousands people. Yes, they just say, it will not. It is not going to happen. It is a useless thing. Yes, there is no one who will motivate you or who will encourage you to complete the task, to complete the work. There are most of the people who will just say that's a useless thing. It cannot be done. So that's what the people, the thousands peoples are there surrounded by you. Yes, you are surrounded by such a people most probably. And they also predict that prediction is what is going to happen in the future, that it will not be done. There are thousands to point out to you one by one. So there will be they have to justify what they say, isn't it? They have to say it cannot be done. So they give you 1,000 reasons, they will list out and give you one by one. They will list out and say this cannot be done. This is what, how, and why, and all those they would say. The dangers that wait to assail you, but just buckle in with a bit of a grin. So the dangers that just to assail means to attack violently. So they are listing out all the reasons and they give you all the possibilities of dangers behind it. And they say, see, this is going to attack you. If you continue with this task, if you are going to be on the path, definitely this is going to happen and this is very, very dangerous and you have to confront to it. So they make you frightened, they will fear you. So that's what is it. The danger that wait to assail you, but just buckle in with a bit of a grin. What is meaning of buckle? Buckle is nothing else but a metal piece that is in the belt of the person, isn't it? So that you call it as buckle. So with the buckle, yes, he started. That is actually buckle means the metal, but over here the poet is just tightening up this buckle and with a smile, with a grin, just took off your coat and go to it. So he says what it means. Just buckling and take out of coat means free yourself, make yourself free, yes, and just go doing what you want to do. Yes, so it means don't stop in between in hearing what others are going to say about you. You be with what you want to do. Just start it to sing as you tackle the thing. So he says, and just start, be free enough to start a song and start singing to it. That couldn't be done and you will do it. And so he says that couldn't be done and you will do it. So that's what he says so. So we have, let's read the poem once again. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that Maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he had tried. So he buckled right in with the trace of a grin on his face. If he wore it, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing. That couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody coughed. Oh, you will never do that. At least no one ever has done it. But he took off his coat and he took off his hat. And the first thing we knew, he had begun it with a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin. Without any doubting or credit, he started to sing as he tackled the thing. That couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to proxy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the danger that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in a sing as you tackle the thing. That cannot be done, and you will do it. So the children, so from this poem we come to know that we have to be always positive. Whatever we do, even others says it cannot be done, you try to, we have to at least try for it to complete it. Yes, and it is, the result is secondary, but our attempt is the primary. So children, be a positive and do everything positively and try to attempt it. That's all for today's class. Thank you. Bye. See you.